Hey, you Apocalypse J here. It is, I don't know, it's March. Anyhow, I would like to give you guys my opinion on the whole chemtrail situation and why they're doing it and who's doing it. Where I start? Chemtrails. This is a hard one. Chemtrails, are they doing it to kill all of us? And they, I mean, of course, the elites that control the commercial jetliners and corporate American military, the black ops, and all that shit. It's all corporate interest. They own this, that. It's a spider web of shit, of evil shit. Are they trying to just flat out kill all of us? Yeah, that's very well possible. I mean, with the shit they're spraying in the air, anybody knows it's going on now. I wish more people would speak up about it, but I have to run an oxygen scrubber in my house. I have to wear a charcoal mask at work because if I don't, then I feel the metals in my prostate. Okay, that's how serious it is. That's how much of that shit they're spraying. I don't know how long they've been doing it for. Some say 20 years. I don't know. I can't imagine that they've been doing it for that long, but they might have because I'm not always paying attention. So they could be trying to kill all of us. Or if you want my opinion or my theory of why they're doing it, it gets a lot deeper. Oh, where do I start? Okay, during the eclipse, when the sun went black, they came back out, something changed that I can't quite explain, except for that I started seeing things. I started seeing the other world, you know, the world that they talk about in Islamic culture, the Jinn, the unseen world of the Jinn, those who are from the smokeless fire. I see them in my eyes. Oh, it's very, very vaguely like flashes of them, but it's them. I see them because as soon as I started seeing this stuff after the eclipse, I had to get a security system for my shop, which operates on an infrared wavelength, and that's where these things operate. You know, they're light creatures, UFOs, orbs that people talk about. I've got them on camera on infrared, and this is what they look like. They're about yay big. I was contacted by one. It left its tag in my house, and I've got it on videotape, and I'll get it off of Facebook one day to show you guys. But that's what he looks like. Okay, he's got little tentacles stick up off of the top of his head, and those are the UFOs and the orbs and the rods. Okay, that people have been seeing in the skies for many, many, many years. Okay, this guy right here, he's like the gatekeeper of the chemtrails. Okay, he shows up before the harvest and after the harvest, and you say, okay, what harvest are you talking about? Oh, now I got to rewind it again because this is so complicated and mind blowing. I was infected by what I consider a government spread vector or lice, or they called them super lice. Well, my whole family got this, and after we finally got rid of the lice, my head still continued to crawl for a year. I finally figured out that it wasn't lice that was crawling in my head for a year, and I was trying to kill it with a gazillion chemicals. I probably gave myself testicle cancer last year. Another story. But it turns out I was given a disease from these lice. Okay, it was Morgellons disease, right? And I looked at it in a microscope, and now I grow these little reptilian micron cysts with faces, okay? Right like this. See if we can get to see that. Only it's like the size of a pinhead, and it's in a microscope. That's these things that I was growing after I caught super lice. You know what they call Morgellons disease. Well, you grow these little fibers out. Well, what are these little fibers? Nobody really knows. It could be a man-made thing. It could be an alien made entity, which I think it is. I think it's under orders of the fallen angels that goes to the governments of Antarctica, and then goes to the Western governments and the Black Ops, and they spray the chemtrails in preparation for the harvest of these little entities that grow off of people like me, attract individual, tinfoil wearing hat motherfuckers. Ah, but that's my opinion. They spray these chemtrails and these heavy metals in preparation to harvest these little entities that grow off of people like me. Okay, and they do it during the correct polarity of the lunar CME or coronal mass ejection cycle. And they use like a tractor beam, which I've got in my profile. If you look through some of the videos, you'll actually see uh, the Stargate, if that's what you call it, or the tractor beam shining down and sucking these things up. You see them coming in and out of reality through the infrared wavelength. None of this is edited. As you can see, I'm not very professional at this, but you see them and they're there, and they're what the Islamic culture called the Jinn, those who are of the smokeless fire. I've got some of the videos too of where these things would fucking appear, and just like these energy beams, they would sit there in these freaking those orbs, and UFO rods right there would come out of these things' eyeballs like the smokeless fire. And slow down, let me get a hold of myself here. So, anyways, the chemtrails, uh, they lay these heavy metals in the atmosphere and ionize, and it makes the atmosphere becomes conductive. So my theory is the tracked individuals like me that caught the Morgellons disease, they're harvesting our DNA during the lunar harvest moon. Right after the full moon, during the harvest moon, that's where they get the whole lunacy and harvest. Lunar harvest. I'm assuming. So that's why they're that could be why they're spraying the chemtrails, because they're under orders of the fallen angels of Antarctica or aliens, whatever the hell you want to call them. But that's my theory. Why they're doing this, I have no clue. That's for any of you to decide. But I just wanted to let you know that's what these videos are. They're of UFOs and rods and orbs. And hopefully I can get some more information to you guys that explains this stuff a little bit better. I know I'm all over the place, but it's just so much information. It's unbelievable. It's mind blowing. So I got the tinfoil hat here. Try anything, guys. I've been seeing this stuff for a long time, and I question my sanity a lot. And I ask, where's the end? But I guess we'll see. All right. Love you guys. Hope to hear from you and talk to you soon.